Drive away real fast because this movie right here, oh, man, it's bad. Hey everyone, my name is Ryan and welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I do all kinds of reviews and different kinds of genres on this channel. Today I will be talking about a crime comedy film called Driveawaydolls, which is directed by Ethan Coen. He's done films like Burn After Reading, True Grit, and Hail Caesar. It stars Geraldine Viswanathan, Margaret Qualley, Colman Domingo, and Beanie Feldstein. The film is simply about these two girls who go on a road trip to Tallahassee to visit a family member, and meanwhile they have these goon of criminals on their tail because they have something of theirs that they want back. Going into Driveawaydolls, I had very low expectations for this film. I saw the trailer for this film once because they really haven't been advertising it when I go to the theater, and the first thing that came to mind is the cast itself. I was very intrigued with the cast, so I went ahead and gave this film a shot. Now, positives for this film, I can only think of one, and the fact that Geraldine Viswanathan, I really like her. I like her acting style. I think she's trying her best here. But that's all I can come up with. Starting off first with the characters, you have Jamie, played by Margaret Qualley, and she is a crazy character. She is a lesbian, and she recently just cheated on her girlfriend. She got kicked out of her apartment, and she's just a very unhinged character. She has a southern accent with a twang that is just very over the top, which they make sure that they overly exaggerate in this film. And then you have Geraldine Viswanathan. She plays a character named Marianne. She is that quiet, reserved girl, and she's also a lesbian as well. She is just completely opposite, obviously, of her friend, which I would say their friendship is just kind of very minimal. We don't get a lot of development with their actual relationship. First thing you would think of, because it's a comedy film, how's the comedy? The comedy in here is not good at all. I did not laugh at all. A lot of the comedy in here is very much a lot of sexual humor, very crude humor, which I don't really care, but the film focuses a lot on the sexual humor. For instance, one of the characters, she's always talking about her sex life. Marianne, we hear about her sex life or lack thereof, and we get to hear Jamie's commentary and how she wants to get this big old goal of trying her to hook up with other girls and get out there and just stop having these dry leaf spells where she doesn't have any sex. And Margaret Qualley just keeps bantering on. She never shuts up. She keeps going on and on and on throughout this film. By the end of this film, I really wanted to put tape over her mouth. A lot of parts in the film where you have girls kissing, a lot of other sexual acts with a lot of the other girls, and they make sure that they show this throughout the entire film. It's very heavy-handed on that messaging, and I don't care, like, from a background perspective, what you are, gay, straight, trans, it doesn't matter to me. Obviously, it's a very gay film, so a lot of people are going to really like that premise, and then you're going to have some other people, too, that are really turned off by that premise. What I was really thinking is this was going to be more of a cat and mouse game, which it is to an extent, but it's very lukewarm in its premise towards that. And the goons that are actually chasing after these girls, they're really stupid, very clumsy, their dialogue is really dumb. It's just not very good. A lot of times the jokes never land. Characters, I just felt like how they were talking, I never felt like people would actually talk like that. And I felt like this film, it relied so much on the sexual humor that it really forgets the fact that it is a movie and it needs to tell a story. And I just don't really feel like throughout the story, these characters are really changing, learning any lessons. It just seems to be very stagnant with the sex jokes, swinging, hooking up with different people, and I just never really felt like I really gravitated to anybody. The editing, I didn't like at all. They did a lot of repetitive editing, cut shots. They also do a little bit of psychedelic little shots where they have like pinkish and rainbowish colors, and they use Miley Cyrus as a flashback into these psychedelic colors, which goes into a cameo that is made by Matt Damon, which he's in the trailer, so that's actually not a spoiler, but he's only in the film for about 2 minutes tops. There's parts in the film where they actually talk about oppression towards gays, and they mention Florida a lot, obviously, because they're going to Florida, and they also mention the Florida senator as well. So there definitely is some heavy-handed messaging in that aspect. The ending and the reveal, I'm not going to say what the ending was, but the reveal, I was just holding my hand right here in my face, just like, what the hell is this? This is just completely stupid. The plot that's involving Matt Damon, I thought was entirely really stupid. And some people may think that it's really funny. And again, it does involve some sexual stuff. That's what I'll say. Didn't laugh at all. The characters, like I said, they were over the top. And it just wasn't a fun experience. And it's just sad to say because I really like some of these actors and actresses. And unfortunately, this movie, it just didn't do it for me. So as far as a score for this film, I'm only going to give it a half star out of 5. It's the worst movie that I've seen all year long, and it's just terrible to say that, but unfortunately, I got to be honest and say that I did not have a fun time watching this film. What did you guys think about Drive Away Dolls? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you just think it was kind of meh? And if you haven't seen it, are you going to check it out in theaters or streaming, or are you going to skip it altogether? Leave any and all comments down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.